going on, YouTube family? This is Sanitary 103 here, promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. So in this video, I wanted to go over 5 essential techniques that you can use to try to prevent overeating. Now, we're all human beings. We're all going to slip up from time to time. But like I've preached before, and I'll say it again, as long as you're consistent with your diet most of the time, roughly 90 to 95% of the time, along with having a solid exercise routine, you will ultimately reach your fitness goals. Okay, with that being said, let's move on to the first tip. The first tip to try to prevent overeating is to slow down when you're eating. Don't be like me back when I was a teenager and ravage through the food like you're in an eating contest. It takes the brain about 20 to 30 minutes before it hits the brain and the signal says, I'm full. By slowing down and chewing your food and enjoying it, the time will elapse, and hopefully by then the 20 to 30 minutes will hit. It'll hit your brain saying you're full and you won't eat as much food. Now the second tip is to distract yourself with some other activities other than eating. Now if you're truly starving, you should actually eat something because that's going to slow down your metabolism. But if you try some other activities and you find out that while doing those activities the hunger goes away, it's definitely possible that you weren't truly hungry and that you were just craving some bad food. So you could do something such as read a book, you could play some video games, go for a walk, call a friend. All those daily activities can definitely help you distract you from overeating. Okay, the third tip is to spoil your appetite with healthy food. Now I briefly mentioned this in one of my other videos regarding food cravings, but it's definitely worth a mention. So let's say you're on the verge of overeating or you're about to go out with your friends to an all-you-can-eat buffet. What you want to do is you want to fill your stomach up with these healthy foods, and there's 2 components that you want to fill your body up with. One is foods that are high in fiber because they're harder to break down, which are basically all the green vegetables, the salads, the asparagus, the broccoli, the peas, etc., etc. And the second is a lean protein source, fish, chicken, turkey, and whatnot. By eating these 2 types of foods, it's going to be harder to break down, it's going to take longer to be hungry later on, you're going to fill your stomach up, and if you combine the advice of number 1, which is to wait 20 or 30 minutes, you're going to already be pretty full by the time you hit the buffet. And when you go to the buffet, you're not going to eat as much. So this is definitely a very helpful technique that I use. The 4th tip is to drink plenty of water. I don't know if you've heard this saying before, but I'm going to say it because it rings true. The thirst mechanism is so strong that it's often mistaken for hunger. So if you think you're hungry and you're about to overeat, drink a glass of water, let it sit for a little bit, and magically, guess what? You might not be as hungry. And the last tip, but definitely not least, is to try using smaller plates. There have been so many studies that have shown that people that have a huge plate, they tend to have this, I don't know if it's a compulsion or they just feel the need to fill up the plate completely. You don't have to do that. You know, I have some big plates at my place, and you don't have to do that. If you use a smaller plate, there's less chance that you're going to overeat. Now, this is not guaranteed science because if you have a small plate and you go up 10 times, you're going to be overeating, but you get what I'm saying. So definitely, if there is an option to use a smaller plate, use that. Chew your food slowly. Enjoy it. Don't go too crazy. Drink plenty of water. Relax a little bit, and this should hopefully prevent overeating.